What's up guys, Omar here, broker and CEO of Alden Mortgage and Ome Realty. So this is going to be your mortgage rate update. We're going to be pricing out 5 different mortgaging products. There'll be a 30-year fixed, a 15-year fixed, a 30-year FHA, a 30-year jumbo, and a 5-1 adjustable rate mortgage. And if you don't know what a 5-1 adjustable rate mortgage is right now, it's going to be interest only for 5 years, then adjust every single year according to the cap and the rate on your product. Now we're also going to be looking at the housing numbers as far as where we're at currently for where we were previously and how that's affecting it, a lot of the things, and exactly who's really curving the market. We did a whole analysis on the total housing market, and it's a little bit shocking, but let's get on with the rate. So 30-year fix is going to be sitting at 5.28%. That is going to be no change from 1 week ago, and I'm having a little difficulty right now with showing you the rates, but it's at 5.28. So we're going to just jump onto the 15-year fix that it's at 4.78%. That is 0.06% increase in pricing from 1 day ago, 0.03% increase in pricing from 1 week ago, 0.06% better pricing than 1 month ago, and 2.22% increase in pricing from 1 year ago. 30-year FHA will be sitting at 4.78%. That is 0.14% increase from 1 day ago, 0.03% increase from 1 week ago, 0.1% better pricing than 1 month ago, and 2.15% increase from 1 year ago. 30-year jumbo will be sitting at 4.68%. That is 0.07% increase from 1 day ago, no change from 1 week ago, 0.12% increase from 1 month ago, and 1.56% increase from 1 year ago. 5-1 adjustable rate mortgage is going to be sitting at 4.49%. That is 0.06% increase from 1 day ago, 0.03% increase from 1 week ago, 0.11% increase from 1 month ago, and 2.24% increase from 1 year ago. Everything has pretty much taken a little bit of an increase on as a whole. So to understand more about the housing market, now the housing market, has a couple of catalysts to it, okay? The number one is going to be this whole pandemic thing, as everybody knows. Number two is going to be investor money that's been coming and slewing into the whole entire market. And number three, it's almost a little bit like market manipulation. So to give you an example, and big companies have been doing this, Zillow has done this, and a lot of other people do it. So whenever you are buying your house, we have something that are called comparables, comps, right? So whenever you have comps, that means that the last three, this is when an appraisal comes in, right? So the last 3 homes, 3 to 5 homes that are in your comparable area, those are the ones that go ahead and get compared to the existing home. So what a lot of big investors do is, let's say for instance, you pick your own zip code or wherever you're from, right? So if I came in as an investor, right? If I came in as an investor, what I'll do is I will go, and let's say hypothetically the homes are going for $300,000. Well, I will go ahead and buy those homes for $300,000, which ultimately will go ahead and manipulate the market, and then I will go ahead and buy another one after the 4 or 5 homes have been bought, and then I will go ahead and buy one at $400,000. So whoever I bought it from before at $300,000, well, they are now influxed to buy it at $400,000, and then you keep going. Now, on a small scale, like 5 to 10 homes, it's not really that big of a deal. But when you're doing thousands of homes, that's actually a really, really big, a big chunk of change that you're gonna get hit on your side, the buyer side, more than everything. And we've been seeing a lot of that lately. Now, according to the whole entire, if you look at the graph that I'm about to show you right now, now the total, this is broken up into 3 different sections. This is the sales, the prices, and the rates. And this is something that is if you look at it as a whole, you will kind of understand that there has to be a little bit of a catch up between one correlated with another, like the rate versus the prices versus the sales, right? So the sales, if you look at it, now this is from 2008 until recently. From 2008, now you see in 2008, we did have this massive decline, and we're kind of just doing this head and shoulders type of thing. In the investment world, it's just when you're looking at a graph, you have head and shoulders where you'll have, like, you know, you're trying to figure out where the peak is and where the dip is, whatever. Okay, but we're gonna go ahead and go on. If you go ahead and take a look at it now, the total sales of homes has been steadily dipping, right? So they have been dipping. Now they had a peak of over $1 million. Now this is in the LA area, and then but the home prices on average have steadily been increasing nationwide. The rates have steadily been increasing. So since the sales have gone down, rates are increasing. Are we just waiting for the last little piece of the puzzle that we're waiting for is going to be the total prices of homes to go ahead and adjust themselves. Now, if you look at the next graph too, you'll go ahead and see, now this is the year-over-year change from 2009 because that is the last big crash that we've had. This is according to wages and home prices. You see that this little thing right here does not make any sense. Now, wages have been steadily like right where they're at for the most part, and then in end of 2019, 2020, we had a bit of an increase as far as total wages go. Now this is mostly because of people who were on unemployment or the pandemic unemployment, emergency unemployment. And then when you see that dip, that's when the whole entire unemployment thing kind of dipped off. So that's where the wage gap is right over there. But as you can see, home prices have just skyrocketed almost disgustingly, 20% year over year. That is unlike any. If I told you that I would make you 20% on your money, most people could retire at this point. Then if we go ahead and look at the other one, now this is the change versus rates and home prices. Now if you look at it from 2017 to 2022, we are kind of seeing where, you know, the rates have increased so much, but the home price change has not caught up to it yet. So we're just kind of, you know, that really, it doesn't make sense right now, because what's happening, it's we have to wait for that little oh shit factor, right? The oh shit factor is just like, oh man, we have to let these numbers, the home sales prices, to go ahead and catch up to where we're gonna go ahead and see a price change in homes. Now, how much of a price change is there gonna be? That's the $1 million question. Now, the Chairman Powell, he's the guy that's, you know, kind of the driving force of everything. You know what my speculation on this is, and this is purely speculative, and I'm probably wrong on this, but as a whole, it almost seems like he doesn't want to be that jerk that ends up crashing the market into what it is. That's not what he wanted his legacy to be. He doesn't want to be that guy to be like, oh my God, I should have increased interest rates a long time ago. I shouldn't have let this go on for so long. I shouldn't have done this. But he was the guy that did all of it. So with him, investors coming in and inflating the home prices and then re-renting it. That's why rental prices have increased so much. New home sales are decreasing now. As you can see, the month supply has increased, which I'll show you in this graph right over here. So from 2020 until 2022, our total month supply has drastically started increasing. We're getting back up to, like, you know, 2010, when there was so much inventory on the list. We're still a little bit short on inventory, but that's where we're at, and we're keeping a close eye on the 10-year treasury yield, and you know, it's kind of teetering back down. You know, we thought that this is what's going to happen. It was going to be a test. We're going to see how the market reacts to it. But as far as the whole entire mortgage rate update and keeping up on the real estate news and exactly what's going on in the world of real estate, like, subscribe, comment for up to 50% commission rebate and 0% listing on selling your current home or any mortgage assistance. Link in the description below. Appreciate you guys watching. Till next video. Peace.